just laughs, steadfast gasps.
Patti Smith is an artistic American originally from Chicago. She is a singer, songwriter, poet, author, painter, photographer, actor, and activist. In the mid-70s, she was an influential part of the New York punk scene. She has released 8 solo albums and 3 albums as part of the Patti Smith Group. Hi, my name's Dan, and this is a review of Patti Smith's album Gone Again from 1996, which was her 6th album, and it's my first time listening to it. And I'm going to describe this as being rock singer-songwriter. So the backing is mixed, but it's all rocky. Occasionally, it's got a kind of heartland rock feel. Sometimes it's got a more kind of punkish, even noise rock bits at times. But yeah, it's all in that kind of spectrum. There's a tendency to have fairly open guitar playing, electric or acoustic, which is held and ringing notes or strumming without damping. So it's going jig 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 jig, goes jang 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 jang. Yeah, and it's all right, and somewhat interesting and atmospheric at times musically. She's got a voice that cuts through well. It meanders a bit in her tuning, but in a way that works. It works well in this kind of music. And it's quite expressive. Sometimes she's a bit more sing-talky, but mostly it's kind of singing. There's quite a mix of themes here, but mostly it's about loss. So this album was created in the wake of the death of several people who was close to. So, for example, About a Boy is about Kurt Cobain, at least partly. My Madrigal is more of a spiritual track. Summer Cannibals is about consumerism, but there's a range of stuff here. Lyrically, it's well put together, which kind of is not a surprise, knowing that Patti Smith is also a poet. These things do go together. It can be a little bit meandering at times lyrically, but it is reasonable. Did I like it? Yes, but with some reservation. But I couldn't really put my finger on what my reservations are. I've never really fully engaged with Patti Smith. I have, so this is the first time listening to this album, but I've heard some of her other albums. And I've always gone kind of, yeah, Patti Smith, she's okay, but never gone, oh, yes, Patti Smith, she's great. But I can recognise that there will be people who think that this is absolutely brilliant. And I think I get it. I think I get why. It's just, for me, it doesn't have that same kind of resonance. But I'm not entirely sure I can put my finger on why. Anyway, that's what I think of this album, and quite brief, I think. As always, I'd love to know what you think, so please really let me know by leaving me a comment. But that's it from me for now.
I was down in Georgia, nothing was as real as this street beneath my feet, descending